Good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Emonews. I'm your news presenter, Rick Francis. This is a news package for August 6, 2025. Let's take a look at the headlines. Antigua Carnival 2025 ends in a burst of color and energy. 9 caregivers completed training. 3 Dominicans awarded 2025 Chevening scholarships. Witkoff meets President Putin amid looming U.S. sanctions. Grenada to roll out e-books and laptops for Form 1 and Form 2 students. Mudslide devastates Himalayan village after deadly flash floods in India.
Every second counts when it comes to your health. Waiting isn't an option. A stroke can strike without warning, but the power to prevent it is in your hands. Know the signs: sudden weakness, slurred speech, loss of balance, or blurred vision. If you notice them, act fast. It could save a life. Prevention is a real game changer. Start with small, smart choices. Exercise for 30 minutes a day. Eat more fruits, vegetables, and whole grains. Cut the salt, ditch the cigarettes. Control stress and check your blood pressure regularly. These habits don't just prevent strokes, they protect your heart, your mind, and your future. Support the mission. Visit therayastorfoundation.org or call 767-448-0571 to learn more. At the Ray Astor Foundation, we're fighting strokes before they start by building a healthier Dominica.
9 caregivers under the Yes We Care program have successfully completed a 3-week training initiative at the Dominica China Friendship Hospital. The hands-on training include ward placement and practical instruction in key areas of patient care. Participants receive training in essential caregiving skills such as oral care or bedridden individuals, nasogastric tube (NGT) feeding, monitoring vital signs including blood pressure, blood sugar, pulse, respiration, oxygen saturation, temperature, and proper documentation practices. A brief yet meaningful award ceremony was held on Wednesday, July 30th, 2025, at the hospital's amphitheater to recognize the caregivers for the dedication and successful completion of the program. Permanent Secretary of Health, Dr. Kira Paul, addressed the ceremony and thanked the caregivers for their commitment, hard work, and dedication. Let's take a listen.
First, let me say a heartfelt thank you to each and every one of you for your commitment, your discipline, and most importantly, your compassion. We often talk about frontline workers in hospitals or in the primary healthcare setting, but those of you who are also in the Yes We Care program are also truly frontline workers in the homes and in the hearts of the elderly. Your presence every day brings not only care, but it brings dignity, warmth, and companionship to those who need it most. I want to acknowledge the sacrifices you make daily. So, some of you walk long distances to get to those you care for in your villages. Many of you balance your own families and responsibilities while still giving your all to those under your care. And it takes more than just physical strength. It takes emotional resilience and a deep sensory of patience and empathy, especially when working with elderly and the most vulnerable among us. It takes a special kind of person to do what you do each day, and we are grateful.
That was Permanent Secretary of Health, Dr. Kira Paul. Moving on, 3 outstanding Dominicans have been awarded Chevening scholarships for 2025. Joining scholars from Barbados and the Eastern Caribbean as they head to the UK for postgraduate studies. Christiana Paul, a sustainability advocate and founder of the We Planet Inc., will pursue a master's in project management and innovation at the University of Strathclyde. She supports local NGOs through Island Impact Limited and is a One Young World Ambassador and Commonwealth awardee. Austin Bell, an economist at the Central Bank of Barbados and a UWI graduate, will study finance and economics at the University of Warwick. He is passionate about advancing regional economic development. Whitney Melinard, an indigenous rights advocate from the Kalinago territory, leads Kopunul Inc. and serves on several regional climate justice platforms. She will pursue a master's in policy research at the University of Bristol, aiming to amplify indigenous voices in policy making. Congratulations to all from Emonews. We wish you all the best. Also in local news, the American Medical Students Association of the All Saints University welcomed patrons to a health fair on Saturday, where persons check their vision, blood pressure, and blood glucose levels. There were also doctors who graduated from the school on hand to give medical advice. Emonews spoke to the vice president of the American Medical Students Association. Let's take a listen.
Hello everyone, my name is Joel Dominica. I'm a student of All Saints University and I'm the Vice President of the American Medical Students Association. So today we have our health fair and it's tagged Health Living Stronger Communities. We did this because we believe that as members of the community, everyone is supposed to have access to information about their health. So we have blood pressure checks, blood sugar checks, eye checks, BMI checks, and we have doctors on ground to discuss like medical concerns. So far we've been having people coming in and the responses.
Now let's move on to regional news. The government of St. Lucia has officially commenced the issuance of 10-year passports, fulfilling a commitment announced by Prime Minister Honorable Philippe J. Pierre during the 2025-2026 budget address. Effective August 5, 2025, the Immigration Department has transitioned from issuing 5-year passports to 10-year validity passports, while maintaining the current passport fee structure. This upgrade is designed to deliver tangible benefits to St. Lucian citizens by reducing the frequency of renewals and associated costs. Over a decade, passport holders will no longer need to apply twice, resulting in significant time and cost savings for individuals and families. The introduction of the 10-year passport reflects the government's broader commitment to modernizing public services, improving citizen convenience, and delivering on its promises to the people of St. Lucia.
A 10-year passport will be introduced at no extra cost.
And moving over to Antigua. Antigua's carnival came to a vibrant close on Tuesday, August 5th, with the streets alive with feathers, color, and excitement. Costume bands, including Insane and Mist, brought the final parade to life, dazzling spectators with their creative displays and infectious energy. The grand finale marked at the end of a festive season filled with music, culture, and celebration. The Republic Bank served as platinum sponsor of the Caribbean Investment Forum, CIF 2025, held July 29th to the 31st in Montego Bay, Jamaica. The event gathered 450 investors, policymakers, and business leaders under the theme Smart, Green, Connected. Hosted by Caribbean Export with partners including the Government of Jamaica, CARICOM, and the EU. CIF focused on innovation, sustainability, and digital growth areas that align with Republic Bank's strategic priorities. Vice President Karen Yip Chok, speaking on financing a green Caribbean, stressed the need for cross-sector collaboration to support renewable energy, agriculture, and SMEs. This continues Republic Bank's support of CIF, reflecting its commitment to sustainable development and regional transformation. And from the Spice Island, Grenada, starting September 2025, all Form 1 and Form 2 students in Grenada's public secondary schools will receive e-books and laptops as part of the Ministry Education's Digital Learning Initiative. The move supports the government's push to integrate the ICT in education. Core subjects like math, English, geography, social studies, science, and more will be available online and offline via web, desktop, and mobile apps. While ebooks for some subjects will be limited to teachers, Students will receive support materials. However, certain resources like specific workbooks and atlases are not available in e-format. Laptops will be distributed through a cost-sharing agreement with parents, who may also opt to use personal devices. Each student will receive a Microsoft 365 account with access to tools like Word, PowerPoint, and Teams. Devices come with a 3-year warranty and remote tracking features. Orientation sessions will help students, teachers, and parents adapt. This is a first phase of a wider rollout aimed at expanding digital access across all form levels. And on the international scene, U.S. Special Envoy Steve Witkoff met with Russian President Vladimir Putin in Moscow earlier today, as the Kremlin seeks to avert tough new sanctions threatened by President Donald Trump. Witkoff arrived in Moscow earlier that day, greeted by Russia's investment envoy Kirill Dmitriev. Kremlin footage later showed him shaking hands with Putin before closed-door talks. Putin is hoping to persuade Witkoff and ultimately President Trump that he's serious about ending the war in Ukraine. However, Trump remains skeptical of Putin's intentions and has expressed deep distrust toward the Russian leader. And news reaching from India. Flash floods swept through northern India on Tuesday, leaving at least 4 dead and dozens missing in Uttarakhand. The flooding triggered a massive mudslide that engulfed a Himalayan village, forcing the evacuation of at least 70 people. Shocking video footage captured the moment the mudslide consumed homes and roads. Search and rescue efforts are ongoing. And that's all for international news. Stay tuned for the sports segment after this short message.
Hey guys, I'm Alicia, your eyewear specialist. I'm so excited to welcome you to OptiShop right here in Arizona. We've got a wide selection of prescription glasses, from single vision to progressives and so much more. Our frames aren't just unique, they're affordable too, with styles you can only find right here at OptiShop Dominica. Ready to see the world in a whole new way? Contact us at 615-0431 to schedule your visit today. We can't wait to help you pick the perfect pair. OptiShop Dominica, where style meets affordability.
And first up in the sports segment, the Dominica Olympic Committee, DOC, is proud to announce its participation in the 2025 Pan American Youth Games in Asunción, Paraguay, from August 9th to the 23rd. The 7-member delegation includes 3 athletes and 4 officials competing in athletics and swimming. Leading the team is chef de maison, Mr. Albert Loblack, a seasoned sports administrator and president of the Dominica Amateur Volleyball Association. He is joined by Mistress Shimney Walsh-Dupuy, swimming coach, Mr. Joel Hamilton, athletics coach, and Miss Jamasha Mello, welfare officer, press attaché. Olympian Jasmine Schofield, fresh from the 2025 Aquatics World Championships, will carry the Dominican flag at the opening ceremony. She will later be joined by javelin thrower Addison James, Carifta Gold and Albert Games bronze medalist, and shot put record holder Trinis Hamilton. DOC President Mr. Billy Doctrove expressed confidence in the team, noting the focus on quality over quantity and the strong preparation the athletes have received. He believes Dominica has a strong chance for podium finishes, Dominica previously competed in the inaugural Junior Pan Am Games in 2021. The 2025 edition will feature over 4,000 athletes across 42 sports and serve as a qualifier for the 2027 Pan Am Games. The Dominica Chess Federation is introducing weekly chess meetups in Portsmouth to engage players in the island's north. This follows the success of similar sessions in Roseau at the UWI campus. The Federation invites interested players to help determine the best time and venue by submitting their contact info by Google Forms on their social media platform. The initiative aims to grow Dominica's chess community and encourage regular island-wide participation. Moving over to football news, East Central FC delivered a commanding 7-2 win over DSFC in a must-win clash, led by a stunning 4-goal performance by Randolph Peltier. The victory lifts East Central to 10 points, pulling them off the bottom of the table and reviving their survival hopes. The man of the match went to Randolph Peltier. Also in football news, the race to the finish is heating up in week 17 of the DFA Premier League with crucial clashes at the top, middle and bottom of the table. Every match matters. Here's the match schedule. On Friday, August 8th, Milham United FC versus East Central FC at 6:30 p.m. On Saturday, August 9th, Harlem United SC versus Southeast FC at 4:30 p.m. We United FC versus Portsmouth Bombers FC at 7 o'clock p.m. Sunday, August 10th, Dubla FC versus Mao Soccer Strikers FC at 6:30 p.m. Point Michel FC versus DSFC at 6:30 p.m. In a thrilling encounter at the CONCACAF Under-15 Championship, goals from Hassani Ambo and Taran George were enough to secure a critical 2-1 victory for Dominica over the Bahamas. The match saw some tense moments, but Dominica's resilience and clinical finishing made the difference. With one more group stage match remaining, the boys are looking to keep the momentum going as they chase a spot in the knockout rounds. Stay tuned for more updates as Team Dominica continues their journey. And finally, in football news, the women's football. In a tightly contested Week 9 matchup, Kalinago Warriors secured a hard-earned victory 1-0 over the Harlem United, thanks to a brilliant performance from Divani Pascal, who was a difference maker on the field. Pascal's exceptional play earned her the Woman of the Match honors, playing a crucial role in her team's success and ensuring they grabbed all 3 points. The victory boosts the Warriors' standings as they continue to push for a strong finish in the season. Congratulations. Moving on to cricket news. Mohammad Siraj has cemented his place in India cricket history with a stunning performance in the 5th Test against England at the Oval. The 31-year-old pacer took 9 wickets, including 3 on the 10th final day, helping India clinch victory by just 6 runs, the narrowest Test win in India's history. The only fast bowler to play all 5 Tests, Siraj has been at the heart of the action all series. Known as Mr. Angry in the England dressing room, former England captain Nasser Hussain described him as a fiery and full of passion, drawing comparison to Shane Warne for his theatrical flair. Despite moments of drama and a costly fielding error earlier in the match, Siraj's resilience and brilliance ultimately defined the series and secured a win for the ages. And that's it for the sports segment. Stay tuned for the weather report from the Dominica Meteorological Service.
Welcome to the weather broadcast for today, Wednesday, the 6th of August, 2025. From our studios in Gmate, I'm your presenter, Marshall Alexander. As we take a look at this surface chat analysis here with Dominic in the green circle, we are monitoring this tropical wave out in the far eastern Atlantic as it continues to track closer to the Lesser Antilles, which is an area of interest being monitored by the National Hurricane Center as well as the Dominica Meteorological Service. Here we can see this area of disorganized shower and thunderstorm activity associated with that tropical wave as it continues to track closer to the region of Dominica here in the green circle. Now, taking a look at the projected path, here we can see this system is expected to move in a generally northwesterly direction, with Dominica here in the green circle. I expect it to move to the north of the northern Leeward Islands, and I can tell you that there is a 20% chance or a low chance of this system becoming a tropical depression by the weekend, and there is a medium chance of that system becoming a tropical depression within the next 7 days. So again, I will tell you, a low chance of that system becoming a tropical depression within the next 2 days, and a medium chance of that system becoming a tropical depression within the next 7 days. And that is a 20% chance as well as a 60% chance for low and medium respectively. Now, here we can see the movement or the projected path of that system here, expected to move in a generally northwesterly direction and moving towards the northern section of the northern Leeward Islands, with Dominica here in the green circle. But I can tell you that regardless of projection or development, we can expect to see some squally weather being experienced across the region of the Lesser Antilles sometime during the weekend and into early next week due to the movement or the proximity of that system. Now, taking a look at the moisture associated with this feature, here we can see some significant moisture in purple here associated with that tropical wave as it continues to track towards the area of the Lesser Antilles. If that system stays together, then most of the moisture will be pulled to the north. However, if not, then we expect to see moisture being spread throughout the area of the Lesser Antilles as well. Now, taking a look at the Saharan air layer or Saharan dust, then we can see that Saharan dust continues to interact with that tropical wave here. This is the area of the tropical wave, and this is the Saharan dust here, which continues to interact with that system as it moves closer to the Lesser Antilles. We have Dominica here in the green circle. And also looking at satellite imagery, we can see the movement of clouds in association with that system here. And also we can see some patches of low-level clouds which continues to move from east to west across the region of Dominica. And also we can see some Saharan dust in the region of the Lesser Antilles, some light Saharan dust that is in the region of Lesser Antilles as well. Now, Dominica did experience partly cloudy to cloudy skies during the last 24 hours, as we can see here. And taking a look at earlier radar imagery, what it indicated, some light scattered showers did move across Dominica. However, some of the moderate showers moved across the islands to the south of Dominica. Tonight's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy with some scattered showers. The temperatures are expected to be down to 24 degrees Celsius on the coast and 22 degrees Celsius in the interior. And tomorrow's weather is expected to be partly cloudy to cloudy with a few scattered showers as well, with temperatures expected to be up to 33 degrees Celsius on the coast and 29 degrees Celsius in the interior. Now, sea conditions tomorrow, not much of concern for sea conditions, as sea conditions are expected to be slight to moderate, with waves picking up to 1.5 meters or up to 5 feet. High tide tomorrow will be at 2:28 a.m. and 4:09 p.m. and low tide will be at 9:50 a.m. and 8:44 p.m. For the next 3 days again, tomorrow, partly cloudy to occasionally cloudy skies with a few showers can be expected. However, as we move into Friday and Saturday, we expect to see fair to partly cloudy skies with a few scattered showers expected. And these showers are expected mainly during the cooler early morning, late afternoon, and overnight period throughout the 3-day period. Winds expected to be light and variable, with winds picking up to 30 kilometers per hour, coming from generally the north or northeasterly to east-northeasterly to east-southeasterly, and wave heights picking up to 5 feet during the next 3 days as well. However, as we move from Saturday, we expect to see an increasing cloudiness with scattered showers and the possibility of some isolated thunderstorms as we move into late Saturday and into Saturday night. Sunrise tomorrow will be at 5:49 a.m. and sunset will be at 6:33 p.m. Again, stay informed, stay safe, continue to monitor as we are monitoring the progress of that developing system. Scan our QR code here to follow us on our WhatsApp channel. Also, search Dominica Met to follow us on Facebook and Instagram as well. and visit our website at www.weather.gov.dm for up-to-date weather information. Join me next time. Take care, stay safe, continue to monitor.
And that's a wrap for this evening's news. I am your presenter, Rick Francis. This has been Emonews, every moment online. Au revoir.